Hi there, my name is Jay and I'm the owner of 3D Printland. We've been selling 3D prints online now for just over 4 years. We sell on our site, which will be in the description here, and our Etsy, which will also be in the description. Almost 1,000 sales. So at this point we're pretty good at pricing our 3D prints, but I know when you're first starting it's really hard to figure out how much you should sell each 3D print for. If you're selling things that already exist, then you can look around and see what other people are selling them for and kind of match that, or figure out how much filament usage it is and then just chuck a couple of extra pounds. But it gets pretty complicated with more complicated models, and there's a lot of factors to consider. So what we started with and still use is our Excel sheet. We've got a formula here, which won't match everybody, but it's got cost to make, so that's just how much in pounds of filament that it costs, time to print in minutes, post-work print time in minutes, which would be things like gluing, sanding, removing supports, anything like that. However much time it takes you from the moment the print's finished to actually getting it packaged, and the profit margin that you would like to take for your 3D prints. And in this case, we've got our Etsy cuts. We've kind of worked it out to be around 11.82%. But say you sell on eBay, that would take a flat 10. If you've got your own store, you'd figure that out here. But we see a lot of people on Facebook groups and new forums for 3D print users who are just beginning to sell their 3D prints of how to sell them. So this past weekend, I worked on a site. You can go to 3dprintorders.com, also linked in the description, and you'll be presented which probably looks like this page. It might change a little bit just because I'm still working on, I'm still adding features as I send it out to some friends that I know. But the overall breakdown is this. Pretty similar to the Excel sheet. You've got your material cost. So say you had some £4.50 worth of filament, and it takes 2 days, 8 hours, and 45 minutes to print. Now you've got your electricity cost per hour, which is probably going to be the most tricky one because everybody's going to be different. No matter town, city, country, wherever you live, it's going to be different. We've tried to help here. We've got a lot of information. You can click some of these links and have a look at the electricity costs. But you're probably better off just going on your power usage app or whatever you use to pay your electricity bill and figuring it out. Or getting one of those power strips that tell you how much electricity your printer has used. So if we take the higher end of the average of the UK here and then put it into electricity cost per hour, post-processing time, say it takes me 25 minutes to do, and your hourly rate. So this is how much you want to be paid per hour of your post-processing time. So say £6.50. Pretty low, but if you're doing it for yourself, you're probably willing to take a little bit low, but you do whatever you want. Profit margin, we'll say we'll take 50%, and your selling platform cut, we'll just do it as a flat 10, say you were selling on eBay. You click calculate price here. It gives you a breakdown of all the costs and then actually shows you your costs. So say I printed something with these parameters, it would cost me £11.29, and then based on my profit margin, it would recommend that I sell this print for around £18.07. You're probably going to want to round this up and down just to look like a nicer number. But then you can see here, we've also got a calculation history. So like me, if you want to use an Excel sheet or a text document, you can even rename your print. So say this was your dragon. You had a different print that was £6.50 material cost and actually took 3 days. You're going to calculate that price, and then it would show you that here and say that was like a skull. You could even use it just to compare like how much the same print would cost if you just changed a couple of things. But if you refresh, this will disappear, so you're better off exporting it. I haven't got time to be adding accounts and everything yet, maybe in the future. But I think this would just be a pretty good start for anybody just starting their 3D printing journey and selling their 3D prints. If you have any recommendations, anything you think I should edit or anything you don't think is quite right, then let me know down in the comments and I will certainly look at it. Because I am looking to update this. I would like this to be a tool that people use for their 3D print selling. Just because there's not a lot out there, and I think most people do just make it up for the most part. So yeah, let me know. Hopefully this helps.